Hello, every pup and every pony. Today we are talking about amateur art and why it's really valuable, and you should have it in your media diet, whether it be movie, music, video games, whatever you're doing. Um, the footage here is Fumo Shooter version like 1, which I found on Itch.io on one of my like really drunken nights where I just download Itch.io games and I play random free shit. They're usually all really jank and some of them don't work great, but sometimes you can see some really cool ideas. Like in this game, the Tohu models, I don't know if they're 3D scanned or what's going on with them, but it's really interesting. And there's some like funny stuff on this map, and this isn't even actually the latest version of this game. This is just the one that I have right now. I'll try out the newer versions later. Anyway, you would have seen something like South Park, Big Les Show, or Sunny in Philadelphia. All of these shows, and one of them's a lot more amateur than the other, I know, but they're all using a kind of amateur aesthetic, something cheap that's easy to do, like paint or like Philly's Handycam, and whatever South Park's shit is. And then you can see later on in Philly that the camera quality gets way better, and maybe you could also judge writing. I'm not. I think it's just like it's vibes that mostly tank the show. Because it being on a handycam makes it feel so much more improvisational and like realer and something that you don't have to take seriously. And now it looks like a soap opera, and I'm like primed to take this in a completely different way, and it disarms like its whole vibe. And shifting to the music scene, which is what I'm more familiar with, there's been a whole like trend for like lo-fi music that it's in the name. It's lo-fi. It's trying to be more real and amateur. It's just kind of slapped together. It's not the most professional. It's not even copyright, like it's not even legal to do. When I showed my teacher I wanted to do lo-fi music in production, I basically had to leave the course because he wouldn't allow it. You might have some people on the other side of the fence of things that like, I want to have like lossless audio, which is honestly is entirely marketing. I call me garbage, but mixing and all this, it's liberal lies. Don't listen to it. It's just a vibe. If you have a certain kind of band, I think your music theory and your mixing is important, like an orchestral kind of epic rock band, that's really important. But if you make like fucking digital hardcore, whatever, sample crush it down into like 32-bit thing to 14-bit, 12-bit, worrying about how it's like surround sound, maybe how it sounds in the context of what you're playing it is a good idea. Nothing I've ever made is made for like the club, but it does sound okay on shitty mobile speakers and my headphones, which is the most likely place it would be played. I am talking from a bias here because I am like bad at everything, so I like the stuff that is more raw and rough because I also learn more from it. Watching this Godot project here is really interesting because it's clearly kind of a learning project. It's a really fun like horde shooter, definitely not balanced. This ability here is like completely cracked and ruins the game, and it's not like fully real, but it's really fun and it's a really cool concept. If I made something as cool as this, I'd be pretty proud of it. Yeah, and I hope they are. And just in my personal experience, I've found that examining smaller projects rather than like masterworks, it has its place. You should definitely look at like the very best and how they do things, but it'll be a long time before you're ever going to have the skills of that. So their challenges and what their level is at is just not relatable to you. The challenges of like the lower level people and what they've only just recently conquered is where you're at, most likely. Most people are not that far into what they're trying, because we all change lanes quite often. I've had some gold medalists that I have been so privileged to train with in unrelated like sport fields, and they happen to be really professional, but wasting their time with like small pity questions is like kind of bad. And out of respect, you'd probably want to go to someone who's a little lower just so they can help you on those like first steps, which by the way is also proven to be one of the best learning methods, is teaching the basics to somebody else. So you know, but yeah, teach the children, it's good for you. And if you're not like a producer or like practitioner of anything, you'll still find a lot of value in it, because it's going to serve your like more niche interests and explore like new novel ideas. So if you want to see novelty and something different for once, that's where to do it, in kind of like this underground weird places. And it's also so much less committal to play with these like tiny weird projects. They're always smaller, they're always really short, they're not like 40-hour epics or whatever, because there's just no budget to do that. But hopefully you keep safe if you do try this out. Like checking out a random game jam is awesome, but you're downloading a file from like a random person and launching an exe on your computer, so be careful. You might get a virus doing that, but also like, hey, if you play the new Borderlands game, you might be dealing with an anti-cheat that's reading all your fucking keystrokes anyway, so pick your poison. And a note for like people that do engage with this stuff, if you put money behind it, it makes a way bigger difference. Or if you interact in their like tiny Discord, or you just say, hey, I like this thing. I get small messages from time to time, and you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised, and I really appreciate it. I've not made any money for anything, and I've not asked for it, but the occasional compliment reaches me pretty quickly. Whereas if you buy every single League of Legends skin, the League skin department isn't going to notice that. They've already been paid, and maybe they see a line graph go up, but they're not really seeing your individual heartfelt like opinion. And that's fine, because it's just a different nature of beast here. Like these larger things they're cool, and I love these projects, but it's not always like as like soul touching or whatever. But yeah, that's today's void posting, and a bit of rambling. Takeaways being like mixing and sound quality, they're all just vibes. Sometimes the cassette might be a better vibe for some projects. Sometimes the perfect audio.wav file is like the best thing you want to hear, and you want to have your Sennheiser headphones. And quality can just be another creative like decision in whatever you do. And sometimes you're going to learn more from peers than masters, and they're a hell of a lot cheaper too, so there's that angle. And yeah, and I mean, look at the screen right now. This is sick as. Absolutely hectic. I swear a lot in my culture, by the way, so I am like choking to not say the C word and the F word and the B word, and yeah, and the other F word and the R word sometimes. Yep, get the content cop, I say it. Just due to like, I don't know, YouTube censorship stuff, I try to play it a bit safe on the internet, and I lick the boot, I guess, but there is straight up people talking about like eugenics, so it feels a bit like rich when you have to like not say the naughty poop word, but people will be like, yeah, let's like not have disabled people anymore, like bringing it back. Something that we learned from 70 years ago was really wrong, but yeah, we all have opinions, I guess. Okay, that's it from me, every pup. I might leave you with some of my amateur garbage playing over this game, because it actually fits with it pretty well. This game's music is like mostly breakcore, That's what I make because I'm a stereotype.